This is Apex Legends a year ago, and this is Apex Legends now. This is almost 9 to 10 million views on a trailer that promoted a season that didn't even have much content besides a new battle pass and a small map change. This is only 2 million views on a trailer for a season that promoted huge changes, new content, and new meta playability. So what the heck happened with the viewership of Apex, and is it even worth playing Apex in 2022 with games like Overwatch absolutely stealing the scene? Well, of course, in my opinion, it is always going to be worth playing because of how much I personally love the game. But that doesn't go to say for everybody. Not everyone feels the same way. Twitch streamers' viewership is lower than it has been in 2 whole years. YouTubers are struggling with content. The pro scene is a mess with more complaints than a level 1000 Karen. It is a mess right now. The Steam player count is extremely low, and Google Trends say that Apex is hitting a new low in searchability. So to understand if Apex Legends is even worth playing or returning to in 2022, we need to take a look at both sides of the story. An Apex Pro TSM Imperial Hal came out giving reasons as to why Apex is dying, but another pro for multiple games, Nick Merckx, also came out with a video saying why Apex Legends isn't dying. Bruh. This two-sided stuff is crazy, but here is what Imperial Hal had to say from his side.
I'm not in the behind the scenes, but I feel like there's definitely a lack of effort. Like, I play Overwatch, and there's definitely a big difference in effort between that game and Apex. Like, when it comes to like cosmetics, like rank system, just so many things. Like, there's so many things Apex that can like make it better. For example, like right now, Apex's biggest issue right now is their rank system. Like, the replayability of the game is like very bad. Like, for a player that like wants to come back and play the game, you know, almost every day, even for like 2 or 3 hours, it's kind of just, there's not a lot. You know, you play Control for a little bit, you get bored. You play Ranked for a little bit, get bored. It's just not, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a casual player, so it's different, but the replayability of Apex right now is not good, in my opinion.
Now, to be quite honest with you, and I mean dead honest, I generally disagree with a lot of the things that this guy has to say, but I gotta give him Tim here. The brain cells were definitely working. The problem is Apex Legends really is lacking in effort, and you can see that reflect in many different parts of the game, like the rank system, LTMs, basic small changes that people have been asking for. Apex is really lacking in content, and yes, I know we did get new LTMs and we did get rotating game modes. I totally understand that, but how long did that take for that to actually get into the game? If you had to disclude this season and go back to all the other previous seasons, everything we got was recycled straight out of the trash. People are really getting bored playing Apex, quite unfortunately, and I think the only thing that really holds up Apex are the LTMs when there isn't anything else to hold it up anymore. And that does go to say, when you get bored of playing ranked, when you get bored of playing the BR because it's basically the same thing, it's just that ranked is competitive, you then go and play the LTMs, correct? But then there's only also so much LTM that you can play of the same game mode, is the point that I'm trying to make. It's good that they rotated the game modes, most definitely, but we need to see more of that. During a season, for seasons after another, keep on giving rotating game modes. That is something that's just gonna spice it up a bit and not have it be so dead and dry like the desert. The rewards are extremely lacking. I think the only time that we get genuinely good rewards is when we get a collection event and then we get to grind out the prize tracker for some free skins. And not all the skins are great for every collection event that's free. Some of them are mid, some of them are bad, some of them are really good, but I guess it really just depends on how the developers are feeling at that point. Not only that, the dive trails for ranked, it's starting to look the same every single season. I grinded ranked last season or the season before that until diamond, and I got the dive trail, but it looked the same as what we had in the previous seasons, and it didn't feel all that great because it just felt generic. The LTMs are rare, unfortunately, and like I said before, we need to start seeing more of that. The really sad thing is, just like Hal said, ACU and Timmy don't really play Apex anymore, and they were really the face of Apex at one point, and most of you would say that they still are, and I gotta agree, but they don't really play Apex anymore. The only casual players that I know of that I can say I watch on Twitch and on YouTube is Fade and Ecstasy. Those two are pub stompers, and they absolutely demolish in casual play. Now, as much as that may be, and as good as of a point that is, the pro scene is kinda dying, and so is the casual scene. both scenes in the game keep the game alive, and both of the player bases split into two are not happy with what's going on right now. Now, to get the other side of the story, the more positive side of things, the side where most of you will agree is obviously from Nick Merck's perspective. So here's exactly what he had to say.
Next season needs to be a banger or else this game is in trouble. I hate every day, but the legend had a gas to change thoughts. Crush, I've been reading a lot of like Hal was crying on Twitter talking about Apex being doomed and shit. I just don't agree with any of it. I don't agree with any of it. I think that Apex has consistently shown, as long as I've been here, that they're constantly trying to go in a good direction. They're making good changes by adding like control, adding the gun run, what the fuck's the other thing? All the new characters that they've added, the Storm Point being a brand new map, you know, for like a year now, and then now they're coming out with this new map. I mean, listen, games get stale, things get stale, and you know, it's not always going to be 100% popping, but I don't know. I see a lot of really good things, like when you compare them to who they're competing with, right? Like, bro, take a look at COD. Compare it to that. Warzone's been horrible for years, to no avail, and the future's not looking bright. I mean, you tell me what you want from Apex that they're not already doing. I mean, they're definitely trying, you know. Don't get Nick hurt on Halo. Oh, Halo.
Now, I do slightly disagree with Nick Merckx on this one because obviously they've been dropping new content and new maps and whatnot. We get a new map a year, and yes, we do get LTMs every now and then, but he compared Warzone to Apex. But can we compare Fortnite to Apex? Can we compare Overwatch to Apex? The content in those games are fantastic, and Apex is lacking there. Leave Warzone out of this. Warzone is trash, in my opinion. But when it comes to Fortnite, the amount of content that they have in there is insane. The amount of YouTubers that make so many different types of content in the Fortnite community is beyond me. There's so many different things that you can do in Fortnite. It's crazy just because of all the amount of content that is in there. And that's also really good for marketing purposes because now you have a bunch of people making really cool videos on your game. Now, the gaming merchant put out a video as well, and clearly this is a big topic right now in the Apex community, and he did point out the fact that it's not really the lack of content being the issue or lack of effort thereof, but instead a problem that we've been experiencing since the release of the game, skill-based matchmaking. Now, as much as I agree with the merchant on this one, I do think that it's quite funny that the one thing that's supposed to keep player attention is also the one thing that's making them leave the game. I usually have my cousins to grind content with me, but they left for Overwatch 2 and Fortnite as well as Warzone, and they told me that the SBMM is trash and they're sick of dying to 3-stack Preds running around with the EVA 8 while their teammates are level 2s. And well, of course, that was when we didn't play together because we were 3-stack too. The only difference is we're not Preds or even Masters at that point. We're just casual pub stompers. Now, I'm solo queuing right now, and I swear my brain cells are dying more and more with every game that I get into, and it pains. Honestly, if you have to use a strike pack or any kind of mod to play any kind of game for that matter, you're just dog shit. Please, get better, trash. No cheating here. How low of a player or person do you have to be able to cheat and ruin the experience for other people? This was a bit of a rant video, but this is a big topic in the Apex community right now, and this isn't the first video that I've made talking about Apex dying because we genuinely care. I love this game. This game was my first online game, and I want to play it for as long as it's alive. So I really do hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and please go ahead, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. I'd love to interact with you guys down over there. I also did talk about the content problem in Apex in another video because Apex Mobile's content is a million times better, so I do suggest you check that out because I really want to know your opinion on that as well in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see all of you amazing people in the next video. Much love, everybody, and keep it 100. You freaking nerds.